have a nice action deep so far, and that's a drop there by Tony Paletto. He's another one of our key players of the game. Of course, having tremendous stats does Paletto. 97% completion percentage. Couldn't quite haul that one in, though, and he's averaging over 200 throwing yards a game, and he assists pretty much 1 of 5 points that he's on, and that's a goal there for Chicago. That's number 17, Thomas Gallagher. Low 90s here for temperature, quite humid, and here goes the shot. Vinoka takes that, floating in the air, and that is caught. And now Minnesota has some options. Pass over to Jordan Taylor. He's got Barry in the end zone, doesn't choose to take that, but gets Bergmeyer instead. These two teams know about that from 2019. There was a game that involved that between these two, as Josh Klain goes deep to Minnesota, faces there, but a D there by number 11 on Chicago. Nate Goff has something to say about Klain trying to get on the assist sheet. Back over to Roy, over to Weinberg, and Klain will go deep. He'll take that shot. Disc finally curls over. Klain going for it, and that is another turn. A beautiful play there over the top. To evade that. Ross Barker goes for the throw. No time left, and Roy gets the block, but no time left. And
the thing that's slowing the pace of the game right now is the wind. Also keeping it very interesting as another Minnesota turnover has been committed. The intended target Michael Jordan.
Absolutely, and as we're looking here, we haven't seen a goal in probably 9 minutes of gameplay. And, of course, as soon as I say that, Chicago scores.
Trying to work the full width of the field, and Minnesota turns it over again as Chicago now has it. Passes into the end zone, and a tremendous play is made down there by number 24.
Passes off of Weinberg, has Roy in the middle.
And Roy, he's going to take his shot deep into the end zone. He's got Vogt, and they will hook up. Vogt is there for the Minnesota score, going all the way down to the deep puck. Minnesota, a much-needed offensive goal.
And I tell you what, the crowd really enjoyed that.
Kind of been a little thorn into the side of Chicago's offense over the past few weeks, I'm sure. And it has been mentioned, by the way. That's one of the things that Chicago was needing to look out for. And, well, Jordan Taylor on that mishandle.
And another drop as Giannis looks deep. He's got Barker in the end zone. Disc floats. Actually uses the wind to his advantage there. And Matsuka can't catch up to Barker. And we see a return dab by Barker there.
Nicely done. And don't they ever. Quick strike is juggled, and is that inbounds? It is ruled inbounds. Giannis looking for somebody. Has to give it back. Toss ahead. Chicago on the doorstep. Minnesota's defense. Can it hold? Giannis diving to grab the disc and saving the possession. Flips it back into the end zone, and Chicago scores.
And that's Jeremy Burrell, but a heck of a play there by number 2, Kurt Gibson. Really getting his money's worth along that sideline. As you can see, Giannis. And now 15 seconds left. He'll get it over to Jurek. Jurek looking for another couple of buzzer beaters. Goes for the scooper, and he gets it to Michael Jordan. Jordan caught the long pass that set up the goal. Over to Hidaka.
Hidaka with it now. And that one's grabbed out of the air, hung in there what seemed like forever by Jack Shanahan, number 7 for Chicago, and the Union are able to generate another turnover. And now we'll see how Chicago gets to operate. Deep puck towards the end zone, hanging in there, and the catch is made. Chicago's on the board.
And that's a great start to the second half for Chicago. You turn it over, but you get the turn back, and then you score to make up.
Is able to find Weinberg, and Lenahan now has it. And Paletto is not able to get the handle on it. Lenahan sent it back to Paletto, tried to work out of the double team, and Paletto not able to be there to make the play. And here comes the Chicago Union offense. Another deep puck down the field, wide open, and lunging for the grab is Reed Martin for the Chicago Union, a highlight reel goal.
And then Drew Swanson gets the pass from Martin, and he'll be the one who scores. His patented hat there, as you can see on the screen. But what a layout. And we'll see what Minnesota can do here. Roy takes that crossfield shot that hasn't been working all day, but it does there. Linehan gets it over to Jurek. Now Vogt goes deep. He thought about that shot, did Jurek, and he'll throw that one low over to Linehan. Trying to get some space. He'll go deep for Vogt. Vogt has been the scorer, and he makes the grab. Lays out at full extension, catches it with the left. And how do you walk away from that so cool and collected?
I'm not sure. Only he knows that. And well, I'm sure probably some of his teammates too. I guess a lot of people, but
after that interference call. So a chance to possibly get back in it. They certainly need to. An errant throw there picked off by Swanson, and that's how you cannot start the timeout break.
Swanson's defensive reads are so good. His field awareness really turning it on for Chicago as they're able to get the turnover. And again, you also got to be careful if you're going to take shots down the field if you're Minnesota that you don't put yourself in a position to let Chicago do that. Well, they just didn't score with it.
But Minnesota's got to get up there. The disc falls to Paletto. Haven't seen a lot of him yet. But the disc goes up to Michael Jordan. Looks to get it back to Paletto. Looks like he'll be sending the deep shot to the far corner. It'll make it. It's just a question, and it's caught there by Bevon, the small guy. Gets up. Bevon, of course, not exactly small, but he makes the grab over some tall trees there in the end zone.
Most certainly, you know, and there's always going to be that bright spot in the forest, and that's exactly what Brian Vinoka was there in that end zone. Pile up as we get another look here on the replay of this rubber mat matchup between Chicago and Minnesota. And Jurek with it now on the far side. He's looking for somebody. There's that deep game. He's got Vogt down in there, and he's in. Vogt with the Minnesota score. And the leading goal scorer on the night adds another one for the wind chill. That's number 4.
And over actually scoring at this point.
Right, because again, the goal here, and really any team that gets into this late game position, is to keep the clock going. Well, looks like he had other ideas. And Jack Shanahan is in to score for the Chicago Union.
And Jack made an incredible grab on the far side with his left hand to keep the disc alive for this rally.
This is not going to be the wind chill's best game of the year, I'm sure, and there will definitely be some things to talk about. Well, there's a positive for Brandon Mattis flying in with a defensive block and a much-needed turnover for Minnesota. And Leonard slides it ahead. Mattis to the end zone.
And McCutcheon.
And he's got it.
And that's McCutcheon. He catches that one to at least make it respectable. 14 goals now.
And it was all about feeding Paolo Giannis the disc. You are Chicago today offensively, and you've done that nicely. And there's Parker in the end zone. And Chicago just really starting to rub salt in the wound now down the stretch in this fourth.
You know, you count all the drops they've had where they should have caught it. That's the amount of points we're looking at here in terms of the final score. Plain goes for the hammer over the top, and Weinberg gets it in the back of the end zone. That's a great catch there, and he knows it.
Yes, he does, and you really have to watch the release on those hammer throws, and we get another look.
2 for the AlleyCats, 1 for the Mechanix, and Detroit not able to come back, so looking like some multi-goal losses here in play in the AUDL, and definitely the Canada Cup starting too. So that's definitely will be fun. That one started a little later, but Ottawa leading Toronto 27-24 as Dylan DeClercq ends the game with a nice play. But the main key here really was the turnovers. You look at those stats, I believe 24 or 25 turnovers here for the wind chill. Just not quite what we're looking for. It looks like it stayed at 23 actually, but that's the main difference here between the Union and the Winchell. Union take this one 20-16 to retake the lead in the division.